Hey guys, what's up? Scottish Duck here once again. Right, apologies if I sound like shite. My nose is blocked up the fuck right now. I don't know why. I mean, it might be hay fever because it's summer, but it's fucking cold and rainy outside in the middle of June, you know. Typical Scottish weather, but whatever. This is time for another collection update now. I wanted to wait a bit longer because I've not got that much to show off, but I don't know, it's Sunday and I figured it's video day, fuck it, let's get it over with. So yeah, here we go. Now I thought I'd show these off just anew because these just came in the post yesterday for me and I just kind of wanted to talk about them really. It's a couple of amiibos. Here we have Little Mac. This has become one of the rarer ones, at least over here, you know, it's really hard to get a hold of this one. Thankfully I got this for a decent price off of eBay, you know. And secondly, I believe it was 4 amiibos that came out this Friday over here. We got Zero Suit Samus, we got Palutena, we got Dark Pit, and we got the King of Evil himself, Ganondorf. This is the best amiibo yet, by the way. They have done a fantastic job with Ganondorf right here. He looks incredible. I do have Palutena, Dark Pit, and Zero Suit Samus ordered. I don't know why they didn't come. It happened with a friend of mine as well. You know, he ordered all 4 of them from the same place, and they were just distributing Ganon only for some reason I know. So yeah, I'll just say, right, I cannot wait to be done with amiibo, right? I'm gonna get like all the Smash Brothers amiibos, you know, like let's think, what is there left? They just recently got announced there at E3, well around E3ish. There's Duck Hunt, there's Rob, there's Falco, and there's Game & Watch. I'm not gonna buy 5 Game & Watches, okay? Some people are really mental. Game & Watch is gonna get so scalped, by the way. I also actually kind of want the 3 Mii fighters. I didn't think that they'd actually announced, you know, 3 Mii fighters, but they did, so it's like, alright, I'll get them. And of course there's DLC characters, you know, especially Lucas. I really want Lucas. But yeah, once I'm done with this fucking Smash Brothers lineup, I'm done. Fuck amiibo, not worth the stress. The only non-Smash Brothers amiibo I've got is this right here. It's Toad. That's because Captain Toad, quite frankly, is one of my favourite Wii U games, and this is probably the most use I've ever got out of a friggin' amiibo, you know, was what this unlocked with that game, which is really bullshit because you should be able to get access to it anyway rather than getting scalped to fuck for this fucking bit of plastic, but whatever. Not the time to rant. Fuck amiibo. I can't wait till I'm finished. Right, on to actual games then. Right, a few Wii U games here first to show off. This was one I totally did not plan on buying, but it went down to like 20 quid or something, so I'm like, fuck it, might as well be nice and buy it. And that is Mario Party 10. Never ever played a proper Mario Party game before, but from what I can tell, this one was actually kind of a hit. You know, like you look at like the UK like top charts and all that for all the platforms and stuff. And Mario Party 10 is quite up there. You know, this was quite a hit, I must say. Even though the reviews were quite so-so, you know, it's still in its cellophane, as you can say. So I don't know if I'll properly play it, but I got it anyway. Mario Party 10. This next one, you guys in America will have had this for a while. We've only just gotten it like, well, actually it was about a month ago. That's how long this little pile has been building up and how little I've actually been spending on games, quite frankly. Kirby and the Rainbow Paintbrush. We're not allowed to say curse over here, apparently. This game is good. You know, it's like, I like to compare this to Captain Toad actually, in that it's not really a big budget game. It's kind of a smaller game, you know. Not exactly budget priced, but it's a decent price. This was like 28 quid new, you know, as was Captain Toad, and I think that's a good price, you know, which is suitable considering how you play this game. You know, it's entirely touch-based. You know, since day one, the thing that's like made me a bit iffy on this game is the fact that you could literally port it to a phone and it would work just fine, you know. That's literally how simple this could be, and that's what had me questioning. Could this carry the weight of like the Kirby games we've gotten in the past few years? Because Kirby's been on a roll the past few years, you know, fucking Epic Yarn, Return to Dreamland, Triple Deluxe, all excellent, you know. And then we have this, which is definitely weaker than all of those games, but it is still good, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I did dig it, you know. I would have preferred a more traditional Kirby game. I love the claymation art style, that's beautiful. I like all the little extras that you get, quite frankly, like the wee, you know, like you can collect trophies, you know, sort of like Smash Brothers style. There's loads of like little mini rooms that you can do. Those were the best bit, by the way. I actually preferred those to the actual big levels. But yeah, as it stands, this is a good game, and that's pretty much all I can say about it, you know. Captain Toad. Why am I talking about Captain Toad a lot in this video? Captain Toad is one of my favourites, though. I'll say that, so I definitely prefer Captain Toad to this. But yeah, it's okay. It's definitely not bad, you know. And the last Wii U game I got is pretty much the one that everybody's been playing, Splatoon. Now, I think I really probably should have done a whole video talking about Kirby. And I definitely should do a whole video talking about Splatoon, you know, to get my sort of like thoughts in check. In short, I've beaten the single player, I've gotten to level 10 in the multiplayer, and I think I'm done with it, you know? Like, this is typically how I roll when it comes to multiplayer heavy games, you know? I'll just play the single player, maybe I'll muck about with multiplayer a wee bit, and I got more into this multiplayer than any game I have in the past, like, 5 years or something, you know, outside of Smash Brothers, you know, Smash Brothers has just been a life changer for me if you've been following my channel. But yeah, it's this game does a lot of things that annoy me, basically, you know? Like, you know, voice chat, that's just one of them, you know, that's the one that everybody's talking about, obviously, and I'm kind of 50-50, you know, voice chat wouldn't, like, fix everything in this game for me, but there's loads of other stuff that is bugging me. Like, why the fuck can I make private lobbies now? Why do I have to wait 3 months? That's probably when I'll go back to actually picking up this game, right? Why do I have to wait 3 months for that, okay? And why is it that when I go to play online, you know, I can only cycle through 2 levels at a time, you know? I don't know if they've updated that so it's 3. There's a little space to show a 3rd level last time I played anyway, so maybe they have. But yeah, you want to play on a certain map, fuck off! You gotta wait 4 hours and then maybe it'll show up then, you know? And it's like, why would you do it like that? So that you can have your fucking J-pop squid sisters come up and act all cute? It's like, I'm ranting here, but this really is a good game, okay? I'm not gonna deny it. I did get quite addicted to mucking about, you know, in turf wars and stuff, you know, spraying the ink about. And the single player's pretty good too, you know? It's a little bare, but the fact that there was a single player at all was impressive to me, you know, considering the multiplayer focus of this game. So yeah, good game, but there are Dreamcast games out there with better online functionality than this, you know, in terms of features and stuff, right? Yeah, okay, rant over. It's okay to buy this. I recommend it. Right. I think this is the only, well, it's an NES game anyway. Journey to Silius. The lightness here is terrible, by the way. Let me try and sort that a wee bit. Hopefully that helps. But yeah, this is a Journey to Silius for the NES. This is just a retro game that I always heard about, you know. According to history, and by history I means watching Happy Video Game Nerd a good few years ago and listening to what he had to say. This was actually supposed to be a Terminator game, and then it got scrapped, but they decided, let's make a game anyway, and this is what we got. I've played it on an emulator before, and I did like it, so yeah, it's Journey to Silius, which is good. And be right back, I'm gonna go blow my nose. Right, I think that's better. Right, where was I? Oh yeah, Journey to Silius. There we go, yeah. And here are a couple of 3DS games. A lot of Nintendo stuff in this collection up there. I've got one non-Nintendo game there, and we'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, 2 games we got here. This I actually bought for the same reason I bought Mario Party 10, you know, I just saw it for cheap. And I was sort of intrigued, you know, after playing it, not so much, but that's Puzzles and Dragons, you know. We got Puzzles and Dragons Z and Puzzles and Dragons Super Mario Bros. Edition. All I know about this game is that it is the Japanese Candy Crush, just being this like massive thing that's taking over everybody's life, you know. That's That's literally all I can say about it, because that's literally all I know. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe there's a lot more to this one than meets the eye, but that's all I know. Sorry. This one, however, right, this, Codename Steam. Now, this was quite a disappointment, this one too, right? When this got announced at last year's E3, okay, it got announced along with, it got announced along with Splatoon. And in my mind, right, I loved the fact that Nintendo was coming out with new IPs, you know, it felt like, oh, this is brilliant, you know, we've got all these familiar games coming out, but you're showing that, you know, that's not all you've got, you're actually making new stuff and rolling with it, you know? And of course, Splatoon's out now, it's become a hit, you know, a lot of people love it. You know, I may have been ranting about it earlier, but it has become a hit for Nintendo, and it quite frankly does deserve it, despite a few little hiccups. But yeah, this one, not so much. I was quite disappointed by this. It's just not that good. I don't know, it's like, it's supposed to be a Valkyria Chronicles style game made by the Fire Emblem guys. That sounds fucking amazing, and when I first saw it, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna play this. I'm definitely gonna play this. But I don't know. This is probably another one I should probably make a full video on. Well, I've not even really beaten it. I got like a good 6 hours or so into it, and it just bored me. And what can I say? You know, it's like it didn't review spectacularly either. So yeah, hopefully Fire Emblem Fates is a bit better, which it probably should be. But it's a bit of a bummer that this new IP probably isn't going to take off unless they're especially dedicated to it. They make a sequel, fix all the wrongs that was in this game. But I don't know. We'll see how that goes, I suppose. But yeah. Right. Last 2 games here. You guys will know I'm currently on a Dragon Quest high right now. So I picked up right here Dragon Warrior 7. Right. American copy, you know, had to import it and all that jazz. It's got a stupid fucking scratch there, which is annoying. I think that maybe happened when it was posting it, actually. But this game is supposed to be 140 hours long, which terrifies me, but I accept the challenge. You know, it probably will be a while till I get to this one, because I want to play Dragon Quest 4, 5, and 6, but I've still got Dragon Quest 8 to finish anyway, so it could be a while before I get to this, but really nice to have that. Speaking of which, Dragon Quest 4, you know, I already had this actually, but in fact, yep, it's right here, it's right here. Here it is right here, but if you look closely, it's in French, you know, it's got a French subtitle to it, and apparently the game is in English. I haven't even taken it out of its seal yet, but I don't know, I was kind of being stubborn like this. I just wanted it in English, you know, so I managed to get this, and now I can read what the subtitle is. The Chapters of the Chosen. So yeah, this is Dragon Quest 4. They remade Dragon Quest 4, 5, and 6 for the DS. Dragon Quest 5 and 6 were never released in English until these DS remakes, I believe. So yeah, I'm quite keen to go on to these after Dragon Quest 8. It's gonna burn me out to fuck, you know, going through all these Dragon Quest games at once. But I'm going for it, you know, this is what happens when I get into a new series, you know, it's like if I just like one of the games a little bit, I've got to play them all. Always happens, pretty much always will happen with me. So, yeah, that's that, guys. Yeah, see you after, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.